go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go.
What is good, YouTube, man? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's a good one for me. It's a great one for me, man. Just got off work, and we are here with the nation getting ready to discuss the new hiring we have. It's official. For those of you guys, thank you who watched yesterday's video. Hey, man, it is now official. The Las Vegas Raiders now have a new team president. Interesting enough, we only were out with the team president. Said they were actually searching for a new president for the last 10 months. So they were already moving on from Dan Ventrell for some time. They already had their mind set up on that. But before I get into too much more detail, shout out to everybody who's already in here. We got James, Robert, my brother Kenny in the building. Eric was popping. Let's see who else we got up in here. Sean was good. Halo, my brother. Gorel was good. Anthony Estrada was popping. Kyle. Oh yeah, we lit. Oh, egalitarians in the building. How is everybody doing, man? Shout out to Queen in the building. SC, my guy. X was good. Thick Frame Wayne was good, bro. Frank Martinez was popping. Hey, man, we lit. And there's things to talk about. We got Raider Rob, Robert, Carlos. Yeah, we in here. Raider Squib, DeMarcus. So look. Just a recap for those of you guys. Ben Bad was good. Robert was good. For those of you guys who didn't catch yesterday's video, I kind of want to recap on that, right? Because guess what? Like I just mentioned, Mark Davis today announced the new hiring of our new team president. Shout out to the new team president. Shout out to her making history. You love to do that, man. And you know what? That's what this organization is built on. Chances, breaking down barriers, giving new opportunity. Doesn't matter color, gender, whatever. This franchise, this organization is all about opportunity. And it's truly a blessing to really feel like I'm a part of that, man. And look, like I was saying yesterday, we were without a team president for 2 months. Earlier today, Mark Davis said that the search for a new team president started 10 months ago. So it wasn't just something of, hey, we lost one, we wanted to put somebody in the seat. No, they were doing their due diligence for the last 10 months, even before we fired Dan Ventrell, even before there was a vacant spot. They were already doing their due diligence, and I'm very, very happy about this one. Now, let's see right here. There's a good video right here. Let's see. Douglas Morgan. This is Mark Davis. He answered a couple questions. I want to show this on the screen really quick. Shout out to everybody who's in here. We got Big Boy Mario was good. Ben Bad. Who else? I think I missed some people. Oh no, I'm all cut up. Oh, Ryan Rangel was popping. I'll get to you in just a second, brother. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Bang. All right. I want you guys to listen to this because I think this is good.
That's hard to do because she was on the gaming control board. Well, I think the first time that I met with her and had dinner with her, I knew right then and there that it's somebody that I want in our organization. It's very similar to what happened with Becky Hammond. When we brought Becky in for the Alumni Association thing, and I met her that night, I said, holy crap, she would be fantastic to have with this organization. And it's the same thing when I met Sandra. I mean, nobody had spoken a disparaging word about her, but to meet her and sit down and have dinner with her and just get to know her, and obviously getting to know her family is just one wonderful family. Her mom is just so cool. No, and that's hard to do because she was on the gaming control board, and she had to deal with every one of those buildings outside this room, and she was tough enough to do it, yet do it in a way that they thought that they were best friends.
Well, there you go, man. That's some of Mark Davis's thoughts on Miss Douglas, the new Las Vegas Raiders team president. And listen, man, I feel like this is more than just going out and getting a team president. Like I mentioned before, um, Al Davis, he started all this, man. First Latino Hispanic head coach, first black or African American head coach. He was doing all this stuff. He was breaking down barriers, and here again today, now with his son Mark Davis. Rest in peace to Al Davis. Um, Look, man, breaking down barriers yet again, and it's not just for a trend. The Las Vegas Raiders, there's actually something to gain with this, right? Like, she's within the community. She's been in Vegas her whole life. She went to UNLV business school, so she's all about her paper, bro. And I'm with it, man. 110%. Some people were joking around in a sense when are we gonna get the slot machines inside the stadium? Hey, man, let's keep the slots outside. But I wouldn't be surprised on on if that ever happens. But hey, I want to be here for you guys. I'll answer any questions, all this kind of stuff. I am just very, very happy. That seat is no longer vacant. It has been for the last 2 months. And hey, man, new beginnings. This regime is completely new. It is front office. We got Zeke, we got Champ Kelly, of course, Miss Sandra or Miss Douglas. Um, I'm all for it, man. Shout out to Mark Davis. Mark Davis has probably had the best offseason he's ever had as the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. So shout out to him. Crosby spoke about her too. Yes, and I think actually Dave Ziegler and Coach McDaniels both said something. Um, if if any of you guys actually have that where the Dave Ziegler and McDaniels, I'll put it up on the screen and I'll read it for you guys. Just send it to this Twitter right here, and I'll put it up on the screen for you guys to for us to see and read. I'm not playing in places that wouldn't let our black and white players in the same hotel. Facts, man. Like, dude, this organization is been giving people opportunities and all that kind of stuff. So I really love the fact that we just have a new team president. The fact that it's a minority, the fact that it's a woman, it makes it 10 times better, right? Because right now, she said it herself. It's a male dominated industry, right? Sports male dominated industry, which is no surprise. It's been like that for many years. But it's not like she's just getting some assistant gig. It's not like she's just getting some side hustle within the organization. No, she is the president of this team. Of course, Zeke is the general manager. Of course, Mark Davis is the owner and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, she's going to be a huge factor in this organization going forward. And it's just extremely exciting. Hopefully, maybe more women get within the football world and they see this as a new opportunity, and they don't have to feel maybe like it's too hard, right? Because now she's setting an example. That's very good, very positive, and I'm all for it, man. I am all for it. As long as this is the better for our organization, I'm for it. 100%. It's time to get down to business and off the field. Looks like the organization has made the right moves all offseason. Redditt Dangerfield, you are exactly correct. I agree. I 100% agree. Kyle says, Andy, we are getting close to Hall of Fame game. I am ready for some football. We are less than a month away, Kyle. We are less than a month away until we see this team suit up for the first time. It is extremely exciting. The Hall of Fame game, I believe, is on the 4th. So we are less than a month out. Exciting stuff. But listen, man, at the end of the day, we got ourselves a new team president. This should help. I know we had some reports or maybe even rumors that the money situation wasn't going too well within the front office, right? Maybe there was a little bit of scheming and stuff like this, or money was getting taken away, or money was getting spent where it shouldn't have been. You know, I highly doubt any of that crap happens ever again. I'm very happy with what we have going forward. Facts, 1 month away for some football. I'm ready, big. I'm ready. I am 100% ready. Shout out to Van City in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to all the members in here. I see a lot of members in the building tonight. Shout out to you guys. And if you haven't already and you would like to become a member, the link is now in the chat. If you want to become a member, you get emojis, shout outs, all that kind of stuff to play with in the chat. Let's clobber the Jags. Dedicate game to Cliff Branch. Rest in peace. Yes, rest in peace to Cliff Branch. Most definitely. Hey man, I got Cliff Branch on Madden. I got the man on Madden. He be balling. Anthony says, and we already know the entire Mount Shieldmore will be doing a play-by-play for some games for sure. For sure, that is the plan, man. That is the plan. Salutations, Andy was good. Maybe a Raider YouTuber was popping. OG Faye was good. But yeah, man, I'm extremely, extremely excited for some Raider football. For those of you guys who do not know, a week from Monday, exactly, Raider Dangerfield, we're on the same we're on the same thought process here. A week from Monday, our guys, quarterbacks, undrafted free agents, and rookies must all report to camp on the 18th of July. The 20th of July is veterans and the rest of the roster. So rookies, quarterbacks, and undrafted free agents must report by the 18th. They have to get in a few days earlier. Rookies, they need to get some days with the quarterbacks themselves and all that kind of stuff. So we are very, very close to getting these pads on. We're very, very close to the season starting, right? It's felt like a long, long ride. But who knows? Who knows what will happen within this month going forward, right? I hope that maybe there could be an addition or two before our first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game. I want to see as many bodies. I want to see as many bodies on the roster. I want us to maximize that roster so that we can really get the best 53 for the season. I want the most competition as possible. I think at the moment we have 3 roster spots left, so it'll be interesting to see if or how we use up these roster spots heading into this preseason games next month. Let's see. Rob, let me see. Van City says, good evening, Andy fam. It's been a rough few days for me. Just wanted to pop in and show y'all some love. Red Nation for life. Van City, my brother, whatever you are going through, it will get better, man. It will get better. So keep that head high. Red Nation is family, man. We will always be here, whether it's through a live show, a quick video. We will be here for you, man. We try and be here for the nation as much as possible. Blessings, man. Blessings. Let's see. The nation's own. Shout out to Robert. We got Snoops in the building. Vlad. Oh, come on, man. This dude, this dude's name is wild. I just read the whole name in my head. Oh, dude, that shit's funny. Someone said that earlier, but his Hall of Fame game needs to be for Cliff Branch. I agree. Who said it? Let's see. It was Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. The nation's own. Salute, Andy. Salute to you, Snoops. Most poppin'. But yeah, for sure. Our president was a city lawyer at one time, so no more allegations in our backyard anymore. Yeah, hey, she's got a damn good resume. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what Dan Ventrell's resume was before he took over that job for 20 plus years, but I would say this: she has a very, very good resume. So shout out to her. It's just exciting, man. Like adding all these new pieces. I will say, I think that what we need to do going forward, I don't think we need to do it, but what I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna hold myself accountable for it is the credit. We need to start showing more love to Champ Kelly, man. We've been giving a lot of love to Ziegler, and he's earned it. He's earned that love. But you got to think about it. In that front office, who's Ziegler's right-hand man pulling the strings for him behind the scenes? It's Champ Kelly. So we got to give that man Champ some love too. So shout out to Champ. He's doing his Dougie too back there in the front office or up there in the front office. the whole organization has done a complete 360. And guess what? It's done a 180, bro. Because if it was a 360, we would have been right back where we first was. Or you know what? I think I know what you mean, Ben Bad. I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. And Lester Hayes. Vlad loved the name. Shout out to Robert. Was good, Big Game. Was good. CT was popping. McDaniels and Ziegler released a statement about Sandra Morgan. It's on Raiders Twitter. Thank you. Thank you. I will pull that up and we will listen to that, or we will watch. Is it it's a quote, or is it a uh what is it called? Audio. Let's see. I'm pulling it up right now. Hall of Fame game. She said, "I'm looking forward to meeting the president of the Raider Nation, Ice Cube." Oh, okay, I see it. It's right here. Let me pull that up. All right, man. Let's read this. We can hold on, let me move that off the screen. We congratulate Sandra Douglas Morgan on her historic hiring as team president, and we are excited to welcome her into the Raiders family. Sandra brings impressive leadership experience to the organization, and we are thrilled to work with her as we continue to build a championship caliber culture and team. Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. Hey man, I mean, it's just a fact. That's just a fact, man. Shout out to Sandra again, breaking down, breaking down barriers, breaking down barriers. Let me know. Are you guys gonna call her Sandra? I think I'm gonna call her Miss Douglas. I think that's easier for me to remember than Sandra. I'm gonna be honest, Miss Douglas, Miss Douglas. That's easier for me to remember. I don't know about y'all. All right, let's exit out of that. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is her picture with Max. Yeah, some of y'all were saying this. That's dope. Hey, the number one though. Okay. Okay. Let's see. From the moment I met Sandra, I knew she was a force to be reckoned with. Shout out to Mark Davis, man. Mark Davis got millions of dollars, still got that haircut. That's some shit, ain't it? Hall of Fame game. Yeah. Listen, man. Shout out to Sandra. Big, big day for the Raiders, man. Let's see. It's good. We have done a complete turnaround, both in business side and the football side. Now let's start winning again. Hey, starts this month. Pads come on. We will see who's truly transitioning better, right? Mini camp, that's good. We had a great turnout for mini camp. We had a lot of guys in the building for mini camp. We had a complete attendance in the building. We didn't have complete attendance for practice for mini camp, but pads come on. Things get a little difficult, or things get more difficult. It gets hotter. It's Vegas. You got the pads on, it gets even hotter. Guys' muscles start to cramp up more and easier. So it's about to get real, real interesting for the Raiders very, very soon. And I'm all for it. I'm ready. Desert says, always proud to be a Raiders fans, but the whole organization is clicking right now from on the field into the front office. I agree, Desert. 100% agree. Was good, EJ. Was popping. Uh, Sandra's husband played in the NFL. I wish I knew who he was. She didn't say his name. Anyone know? Just curious. I have no idea. I have no idea. Andy, isn't Marcel Reese the vice president? So he will be working with Sandra Douglas Moore. And he will. He will. And I know a lot of you guys were maybe what is it, predicting Marcel Reese. I had a few guys hope and wish for Charles Woodson, C. Wood, the GOAT. But no, it wasn't either of them. It was Sandra. And hey, I'm happy, right? And like Sean mentioned, you got Marcel Reese as her right hand man. So that's dope. Like those two will be working together. And you got to look at it, right? Marcel Reese will have that instant connection to the guys because he played for this organization. And then you always need that person to keep you in check. You always need that person to, to bounce thoughts and ideas off of. I think that'll be a great partnership with Miss Douglas and Marcel Reese. I think that would be very, very, very good. Oh shit! Shout out to my guy Mario. Salute Andy the Young Savant, as my brother Wasted would say. Shout out to Wasted, man. Let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was just a bunch of people. I guess when you got hella bank, you just don't give. Yo, silent. Hey, I guess so, bro. I guess so. Was good, Andy. Was good. Chris was popping. I'm naming my new kid Crosby. Okay, okay. Andy, who's a free agent linebacker you could see us picking up before preseason? I really don't know. I think that the top two on the market would be Anthony Barr, free agent from the Vikings, or the easiest name to say is Dante Hightower. He's the free agent from the Patriots. Now, I will say this: if I would choose one, I do believe that Quan Alexander is still a free agent. Now, I know that injuries have been crazy for him, but dude, I'm willing to take that risk, man. After how well it turned out for Denzel Perryman last year, right? A guy who was crippled with injuries for his career. I'm willing to take that risk, man, and get a throw flyer out there for our new guy for a linebacker like him. His man, I would love to do that. I would love to do that, Demarcus. I would love it. Dan Morgan was an NFL defensive back. What? For the Vikings from 1999 to 2002. There you go, Rod. There you go. I'm happy. Don Morgan. Okay. Competition is healthy. Andy, and our roster is going to be fire. Watch out for the rest of the league. Exactly. Exactly. Yo, Andy, how many tight ends, wide receivers you think we keep on this roster? I think we keep 6 receivers, 3 tight ends. 6 receivers, 3 tight ends. I want to see Carr throwing up for Adams in the first play of the Hall of Fame game. TD and they out. Mario, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to see that shit, bro. I want that. I want that to happen in the regular season. I don't want those guys to play one snap in the preseason. I don't, bro. I'm not willing to take that risk. No, thank you. No, thank you. Um, for the position, this makes a lot of sense. She's handling all the chicken side, the big picture connection with the community she's been in for 40 years. Exactly. It's just, it all around just works so well, so well. Before she got hired, Miss Morgan, who did you think was getting a job? I honestly had no idea, right? I mean, after Marcel had got promoted within the organization to vice president, I knew that we had that vacant job because of Dan Ventrell's dismissal in May. So I knew that we had that position open. But up until Vinny B announced yesterday that we were going to get a new, or they were going to announce a new one, I hadn't gave it too much thought. I hadn't really gave it too much thought, but now that we have it, now that we have Miss Douglas, I'm happy. I'm happy. We got enough football minds around. Now we have a business-minded legal eagle at Prez. I'm all for it. Facts, the nation's own facts. Derek Vehicle was good, my brother. And he called her Miss Douglas Morgan, her whole name. I thought you only say, oh, okay, okay, okay. I see. I might have to just say Miss Morgan. Andy, salute was good with you, Omar. Was good. I hope the king. I hope the king of the nation is Docs is all right. He put his YouTube community tab and to cancel both lives today. Things to do with the fam. Um, yeah, he sent that in our little chat. I hope all is well. I didn't really go into too much detail on why. Um, but yeah, yeah, Quan Alexander is worth the risk. I agree Andy would fit well in our system. He's just an extremely versatile, great coverage linebacker, modern day linebacker. Just, injuries, man. Injuries kind of fucked him off. But hopefully he could get better. And Eddie Goldman off the table, went to the Falcons. And Sue news, everything quiet maybe after training camp. After training camp, we're heading into the season, bro. So it's like these guys are going to start signing very, very soon because you only have about 10, 11 days until training camp starts. And once training camp starts, pads come on, all this kind of shit. And then it just goes from there. It flies from there. So I think that a lot of these guys are going to need a sign before. Oh, What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, can y'all see me? Whoa. Okay, well, but yeah, I think a lot of these guys are gonna need a sign before then. Now, Eddie Goldman going off the market, that sucked. That did suck. That was one of my favorite options. I really, really, really wanted Eddie Goldman bad ever since he was cut. I was surprised, but at the same time, um, you know, why wouldn't a guy like Champ Kelly pull for Eddie Goldman if he was just with that organization? He should have known all the inside scoop and all the inside knowledge on a guy like Eddie Goldman. So that led me to kind of think, well, maybe there's something else going on with him. Maybe it's an attitude thing. Maybe it's an off the field thing. Maybe it's a physical like injury thing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But you know, I would 100% sign a guy like Linval Joseph. I would 100% sign a guy like Adama Sue. And recently today, Darius Philon put on his Instagram that it's time to dust off the cleats. So if Philon can get back on that practice field and Philon can get back into a front office for a physical and he passes, I'm taking him 100%. I'm signing him immediately. If he passed that physical, let's do it, man. Let's do it. But but yeah, Eddie Goldman going off the table, it kind of sucked a little bit. Kind of sucked a little bit. Um, let's see. I don't want to see any starters on the field till week 1 except Leatherwood and our guards, so we see what they worked on. Even then, not a bunch of snaps. I would love to see Alex Leatherwood play the whole preseason. I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see Alex Leatherwood play the whole preseason. And you could say it's a little hypocritical of me to not want other starters to play, but I want to see Alex Leatherwood play. And the reason why is because from year 1 to year 2, statistically, year in and year out, that is the biggest leap in an NFL player's career. And in my opinion, Alex Leatherwood, they said that he slimmed down. They said that he put on more muscle, this, that, and the third, right? I would love to see Alex Leatherwood go out and have a great preseason. And the reason why is because if you have a guy that has a great preseason is because they're above the talent that they're playing. We saw Nate Hobbs earn a job like that. He went out there and you could clearly see he was above the talent that he was playing against. Preseason, the dude was getting sack fumbles, he was getting interceptions, tackles for loss, blowing up screens, and you're like, well, why the fuck is Nate Hobbs out there? He's clearly better than the competition that he's playing. So I want to see Alex Leatherwood play the entire preseason. And what I want to see from him is dominate. And I want to see him become that mauler he was at Alabama in the run game. I want to see him bully people. And I want to see him do it at the tackle position. I want to see him do it at the tackle position because I've said it before. I truly believe it's harder to find an average right tackle or tackle in general than it is to have an above average right guard. Simple as that. So I would love to see Alex Leatherwood play the entire preseason. Dylan Parham, shout out to Dylan Parham. I would love to see him get a lot of reps. Who else? John Simpson, third year guy. Put him out there. A bunch of guys. Andre James, I think Andre James should play the entire preseason. Now, Colton Miller, I don't want to play the preseason at all. I would love to see Bam Olaseni out there. I would love to see Thayer Munford out there. And me personally, I would like to see Thayer Munford at the left tackle spot. I would love to see Thayer Munford at the left tackle spot because when he was a left tackle at Ohio State, he was probably a top five tackle in his conference. So I would love to see him go back to that 100%. So we'll see. I'm extremely excited on what we got in the preseason. Edgar, I talk about Matthew Butler so much. That man not even a sleeper to me no more. He's not even about a sleeper to me no more. Let's see. Who do you think wins the backup QB job? Easy. Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins. Big Andy Zeus is going to show out. Bro, Zeus might be on the same shit like I was just talking about. He might just shit all over the competition, bro. But obviously, it depends a lot on how well our guys up front play. I'm ready to see Britain Brown. That would be interesting. SVT was popping. Zeus, yeah, y'all ready? So let me ask you guys this: take out starters, take out Devontae Adams, Chandler Jones, take out all those guys out of your head. Who is the guy that you're most excited to see in the preseason? The most excited to see in the preseason. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who are you guys the most excited to see in the preseason? Who? Let me know. Let me know, man. That's a good one, Kuntz. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Mine on offense and defense. On offense, I really want to see Thayer Munford. On defense, I really want to see Isaiah Polamau. 100%. Those are my two guys. Those are my two guys. Offense, Thayer Munford. Defense, Isaiah Polamau. 100%. Let's see. Kuntz. Okay, Kuntz. White and Neil Farrell Jr. Yo, Andy, I agree. Nick Moon's taking that number two. 100%. That's light work. Hard for me to see Leatherwood flip his game from 1 year to the next. It's a tough ask, but we'll see. It's not a tough ask. You're just asking for an improvement, not for him to turn his career around. You're just asking for improvement. It's his second year. He's had a long career ahead of him. You're just asking for improvement. Let's see, Divine Diablo. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how much Divine Diablo I want to see out there. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I want to see Kenny Young out there. I want to see, um, yeah, I want to see Kenny Young. I want hot take. I want to see Jonathan Abram out there. I want to see Jonathan Abram out there. So I want to see a lot of these guys. I want to see a lot of these guys. Zeus and Kuntz. Damn. You want to see Bam? Damn. That is one weird way to spell Pola Mao. That man spelled Paul E. Maulo. Whoo! Shout out to Neil Adams. He just created his name, a name of his own. Damn. Paul E. Maulo. Okay. Shout out to Neil Adams in the building. Damn. Okay. Whoo, shit. Okay. Neil, my brother. I'm looking for Parham on defense is Gillespie. There you go. I would love to see Gillespie. Miller did it in his second year after a disastrous rookie year. It took him really about 3 years for Miller. Meet Keelan Cole. I think I would see some Keelan Cole out there, but not too much. Not too much. Yo, Omar, Vlad, Chris, like, damn. He says, I know I butchered it. Hey, Adams, it's as easy as this. It's as easy as this. That's hey Adams. This is the name. That's the name right there. Hold on, let me. I gotta do it. I'm sorry, Adams. That's the name. It's Pola Mao. My brother put Paul Imaulo. Yo, my guy. Shout out to you. What up, homie? Was good. Justin was popping. I want to see Alex Leatherwood and Devon Diablo. So my brother Egalitarian wants to see more of the year two guys. I'm really, really excited with our rookie class, though. Like, our rookie class, it's a little bit under the radar since we didn't have a first or second round pick. But I'm really happy with what we got in undrafted free agency. Darian Butler's a good guy to see in the preseason, right? Like, this is the thing. Darian Butler, it'll be interesting to see how he transitions, right? Because he's listed as 6 foot. In all honesty, he's about like 5'10" and some change. Like, he's not 6 foot, but with the helmet on, yeah, sure, he's 6 foot. But he's really about 5'10" and some change. And here's the thing: he's very good in coverage, but he's oddly slow. You wouldn't expect a guy that's good in coverage to be as slow as Darian Butler, but at the same time, it's like, well, if he's that good in coverage, it shouldn't really matter. The only times that you'll see it somewhat matter is the sideline to sideline speed, like chasing down a ball carrier, but he's good in coverage. So I wouldn't go ahead and say that he'll make the 53. I think he'll for sure make it onto the practice squad and occasionally get pulled up and picked up to game days. But I would love to see Darian Butler in the preseason. I would love to see Kenny Young in the preseason, Micah Kaiser, guys like that. Um, you know, and the two edge rushers, the Kyler Fackrell, Deshaun Bowers, those outside linebacker rushers, I would like to see them in the preseason as well. So we'll see. Amik Robertson, that's a very good year three player to look out for. Amik Robertson been getting a lot of hype, but at the same time, that was without pads, that was without physicality, right? So maybe once pads come on, Shane, in the next 10, 11 days, we'll see. We'll see. Neil, are you talking about Neil Farrell Jr. and Leatherwood? Okay. Hit them like field facts, Justin. If you guys haven't already, we got over 110 of you guys in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the like button so we can help this get out into the algorithm, man. I read we are chasing Dante Hightower linebacker signing. I don't know where you read that at, but it's funny that you just mentioned that because just a few minutes ago we were just talking about possibly going after him. It makes a lot of sense. Sal, I'm gonna just call you Sal. Or no, I'm gonna say Bruno, my brother Bruno. But yeah, I think it makes sense because of the schematics, right? He's somewhat in tune with what a guy like Graham would run. So we'll see. We'll see. I think it makes a lot of sense, but it'll it'll definitely be a guy at the back end of his career. Pill now who? Polo Mal, man. Polo Pillow Marshmallow. Y'all wildin', man. Andy, who is Gillespie? We don't really know how good or how bad he is. We need to see him. Facts. Facts. I agree. I agree. I agree. I need to see Gillespie. I'm gonna be honest. I had very very high hopes, not high expectations, but I had really high hopes for Gillespie going into this season. Um, I I'm gonna be honest. I had Gillespie because of the scheme he was going in with Gus Bradley. I had Gillespie comped to a guy like Desmond King, and the reason why I said Desmond King when we drafted him was because Tyree Gillespie is a guy who can play safety. He can play strong safety. He can play free safety. He can come down into the box, play that sub linebacker, and he can also play that slot corner if need be, right? That's not where he's going to start, but for whatever reason, he can also do that. So it's elite versatility, and that's the exact reason why I comped him to Desmond King because Desmond King did all that besides play the sub linebacker. So I thought he was going to have a good season with the Raiders. He just got sidelined. He didn't do anything. So I'll be very, very intrigued to see how year two plays out for Tyree Gillespie. In college, he was a thumper. He was a hitter. He was always around the ball, making good tackles. He just never got his hands on the football and made an interception. That's something he never had in college. But you know, to me that didn't matter because I looked at him playing against top competition like Alabama, and he was just cooking those boys on defense. So I'm really excited to see what he's able to do in this preseason. Um, who are our preseason wide receivers? Do we see Mac Hollins out there? I think we do see Mac Hollins out there. Um, let's see. I think we see Mac Hollins. I think we see Justin Hall, DJ Turner. I do believe Dylan Stoner is still on this roster for whatever reason. I'm not the biggest Dylan Stoner fan. Um, Keelan Cole, I think, should be out there for a few reps. Um, maybe a vet like Amir Abdullah, but we got some guys. We got some guys that'll play for sure. Van Valkenburg, that you know what? I'm intrigued by him, man. I truly am. I really am intrigued. Good edge rusher. Um, I mean, I would like to see how he plays in the preseason. Van Valkenburg, and then we have an off-ball linebacker, Lucas Masterson. Um, but he's at a Wake Forest as an undrafted free agent. I would love to see how that plays out in the preseason. We got some guys, and you actually look at Lucas Masterson. He has a good resume in bowl games. Like he does good when the pressure's on, when the lights are on him. So I hope that translates to an NFL debut game. You know, I want to see our cheerleaders. Justin, FYI, 2024 Super Bowl is at Allegiant Stadium. Appreciate you, my brother. But yeah, we gonna be hosting that Super Bowl because we gonna be in it. Let's do it. Hollins, Tyron Johnson. Yeah, I could see him in a preseason. Um, Zach Van Valkenburg will not make the active 53-man roster. No, egalitarian. I'm not saying that they'll make. I don't think he'll make the roster, but I'm saying that those are guys that is intriguing to see in a preseason. Zach Van Valkenburg is interesting. Lucas Masterson is interesting. Isaiah Pullamout interesting. All these UDFA's. DJ Turner last year, I think, will have a spark. And then obviously this year we have Justin Hall. We got some good guys, man. We got some good guys. Do we not play a fullback in preseason since we only have Jacob Johnson? Sean, I'm gonna be honest. I would play Jacob Johnson. Um, I would also play the tight end that we signed at Iowa, I believe. Cole Fotheringham as an undrafted free agent. He's a very, 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 very good blocking tight end that also can drop and play fullback. Now, the thing is, if you see a tight end, you hear the position tight end in today's game, you think of a pass catcher now. Cole Fotheringham is a very old school tight end. He's a tight end that is going to block. He's a tight end that is going to pull and knock your block off when he's pulling and he sees a free linebacker. He's gonna do all the dirty stuff. He's gonna do all the dirty stuff. The man hasn't caught a touchdown pass in 3 seasons. Like, he is a blocker and he's good at it. He's good at it. Whoo, GA. At that point, who's the one loss? It better not be in the Super Bowl, GA. Whoo, hot take. That shit is boiling hot, bro. Boiling hot. Whoo. Hey Andy, when do we see the Raiders players scrimmage when it starts? I think we scrimmage. Damn, I don't really know. I actually don't know because usually the scrimmage is right before the first preseason game. But this year since we have the Hall of Fame game, we technically got 4 preseason games, and we're also set to practice, have joint practices with New England. We also play New England in the preseason, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, Jesper, the fuck is his last name? Whatever the fuck is last, Jesper Horsted. There you go. But yeah, we got some tight ends that'll play in the preseason. I want Stoner just to make the roster just to get the jersey. The O line definitely worries me most about this season. You know, Chucky, I would agree if we still had Tom Cable. I would agree. But you look at this guy's resume, dog, and it's like, damn, putting things on paper is not everything, right? You actually got to go out and do it, especially at a new job. But I'm confident. I'm really, really confident. And not just in Carmen Brasillo. I'm confident in how, look, let me put it like this. The reason why I'm confident in this offensive line group is because when McDaniel spoke, he said, listen, I'm going to be honest. I felt like there's a lot of untapped potential on this roster. And, he said that when he was asked about the offensive line group. So there's that. And then when he said that, we went on and we only, signed one offensive lineman. And that was a re-sign with Jermaine Illuminor and a re-sign in Brandon Parker. And then we drafted Parham and Thayer Munford. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's see. Yeah, Jesper Horsted. Can't wait to see the Raiders, Jags, and Canton. Let's go. I was thinking about this yesterday, bro. I hope this offense knows what they're doing. Right when they get on the field, because I remember in wild card game against Bengals, you were yelling at the TV. Anthony, I'm gonna be honest. I yell at the TV for any Raiders game. Any Raiders game. I'm yelling at that motherfucker. I don't care if we're 60 zip. and we're up 60 zip, I'm gonna be mad. That's because it's just too much passion I have for this team, man. Think we will see Bilal Nichols. It depends on how quick he recovers. I do think that he has some sort of a injury, knee injury that he's nursing at the moment. So we'll see. I'll be at the Ritter Donkey game in Denver, Colorado. I'm really trying to go to both LA games. Really trying to go to both LA games. Let me put it like this: the two away games that I'm trying to go to is Seattle, Tennessee. Then LA games I don't count as away games, but sure, those are 4 games. And then home opener and the Niners and Raiders. That shit is mandatory. If you are a Raiders fan from the Bay Area, grew up in the Bay Area like I did, like I am here in Oakland. That game is mandatory. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care if you got to save $1 a day to make it to that fucking game. We got to do it. And yes, that game is mandatory. So the Raiders, Niners in Vegas, that's mandatory. And the two LA games is they're like this. I really want to make it to both of them. And the reason why I want to make it to both of them is because I'll be honest, I have the Las Vegas Raiders beating the Rams as the upset of the year. We always have one big upset, right? That's going to be the one. Andy Carmen has only been an O-line coach for 1 year, so the Patriots' track record isn't his. Only last year. Kind of. Because he mentioned this in the presser when he got here. Somebody brought that up. And he said, although I didn't have the title, I was always the one working with the offensive line. So he was the one coaching the offensive lineman. He just didn't have the title of the offensive line coach. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's like if that's like if you were the offensive line coach and or you had the title of offensive line coach, but you were really scheming up plays and you say, you know what, Andy, go out there, work with the offensive lineman. Technically, you're the O-line coach because you got the title, but I'm the one working with him. So, you know, yes, he only has had the title for 1 year, Kenny. But the track record, I would say, is his. I would say it is his. Hell yes, blackout in Nashville. Yeah, I mean, damn, bro. I didn't know the Raider Nation was so deep in Nashville, bro. Like, everybody is trying to go to that. But I don't know if I'm going to Nashville or Seattle. I want to go to at least one of those. At least one of those. Do you think we sign any free agents? If so, who? Uh, I'm kind of done with the whole predicting free agents, man, because I don't think I predicted one correct free agent. Be honest. I don't think I've said one guy that's actually came here. Like DJ Chark, that motherfucker. Where did he go? Detroit. Good luck. Yeah, he went. I don't know. I don't think any of the guys. All the corners that I listed, they went elsewhere. All the safeties that I listed, they went elsewhere. Um, Defensive tackles, they went elsewhere. Yeah, I remember my number one defensive tackle was Fatu Kasi from the Jets, and I forgot where he went. I think he went to Baltimore or some shit like that. So, yeah, something like that. I don't know. If I don't get a ticket to the you spelled a wiener game, but yeah, I know what you meant. Oh, yeah, I'll be in the tailgate partying, turning up. My brother, shout out to Mario. Hey, you should for sure get you should for sure be able to get a ticket, man. For sure. If this new regime can somehow eliminate penalties and finish bottom in the league in flags, ooh, that is a hot take. That is a hot take. And you know what though, Edgar? It sucks, but sometimes I feel like that shit is out of our control. There was a stretch. There was a stretch this last season where we went 3 games where we had over 30 penalties. So that's what, about 10 a game? And our opponents in 3 games had 2 penalties. To me, that's clear bias. There is no fucking way that you played 3 games in the National Football League and your opponent's total for 2 penalties Makes no fucking sense. No sense. And including one team had zero penalties, right? So you know what I did? Stu, a guy that has played in this league for many, or he played in the NFL for years. I asked him, I said, how often does that happen? One answer. Never. This shit doesn't happen. So I feel like at times we can be a good team. We could be a clean team, but it still won't go away. Now, I don't want to have that like mentality like, oh, we're going to get cheated, but there's some times where it's just blatant and you can't take your eyes off of it, you know? So it kind of sucks. Would love to see that those refs hate the silver and black facts. Facts. Andy, I'm in section 310 in Nashville. LV is 2 sections over. Get your ticket. Let's watch the Raiders prove you wrong by beating the Titans. You know what? That's also another reason why I don't know if I'm gonna go to the game. I might have to be home for that one. Might have to be home for that one. Let's see. Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys know your live Raiders record? Like when you go to games, what is the Raiders record when you're in the building? What is the Raiders record when you're in the building? So what is your career record with the Raiders when you're in the building, in the stadium watching? Oh, Justin, it don't get better than that, bro. Andy, do you think the move to power scheme benefits our O line overall? Simpson and Leatherwood might be better suited, but what about everyone else? Digest. This is a fantastic question, and we got about 10 minutes left until I head off. So I'll do this right now. It for sure benefits Simpson 1,000%. It 100% benefits um, Leatherwood. To me, it negatively affects Andre James. Now, Denzel Good, he'll be fine. Jermaine Illuminor, he'll be fine. Now, our center, the guy who's calling the shots, the guys who's calling out blitzes, who's calling out stunts, who's IDing the mic on every play, right? That's who it'll affect the most because in a power scheme, from what I've seen, he obviously got better at the end of the season. But when he has somebody on his nose, head up, had to go one on one with no help, it just didn't look natural. It did not look natural to him at all, and I think that it does negatively affect him. I think that it doesn't negatively affect Colton Miller, but there will be an adjustment. There will be an adjustment. So we'll see. We'll see with how it works. But I think that it 100%, if anybody's going to benefit from it, it's going to be Simpson. Now, I don't know how much John Simpson plays because we have a lot of competition for both guard spots, right? If Denzel Good is healthy, it's going to be really hard to beat him out for a job. If Jermaine Illuminor is trying to get that right guard spot, it's going to be pretty hard to beat him out for the job. Dylan Parham, your highest investment in this year's draft, it's going to be hard to beat him out for the job. So honestly, whoever starts at those two guards positions are going to be the top two guys, which I'm happy because there is a lot of competition there. So I wouldn't necessarily say that power or zone is better. One is better than the other, but I will say that zone schemes have its positives. I think that zone schemes, it's more modern. It allows guys like Andre James that that were smaller at the time. It allows guys like Andre James with a slimmer frame to be able to use his agility better and his quickness better. Because this is how it looks, right? This is a zone scheme. It's flowing, right? It's flowing. Everybody goes. It's one motion. It's one motion. Everybody goes the same way. A power scheme, you'll get one guy going here, the other guy's helping him, and then you get one guy going up to the linebacker. So it's a lot of different things going on, but at the same time, it's smash mouth football, right? So you're gonna get more yards in up the gut, but zone scheme gives you the better opportunity to get that home run hitter. Now, we tried it last year we just didn't have a home run hitting back. We didn't have a running back that can take that. He could take a 2 yard crease, break a tackle, and take it for 6. Now Jacobs had some runs. He had some runs, but he just wasn't fast enough, right? And then Kenyon Drake was hurt. So we'll see. We'll see. But I like the power scheme. For me, it was the most fun to play in. When I did play, it was the most fun. It was less thinking, more go. Like I liked it. I liked it. I liked it better. Justin, thank you for pulling in, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Okay, but you don't have to miss a game if you want to go. Let's see. You have us beating the Rams, Andy. I believe we go 15-2, losing 2 games in a row against Chargers and Rams game. I think we win and wasn't supposed to. I don't know what the fuck. You have us beating the Rams, Andy. I believe we go 15-2, losing 2 games in a row against the Chargers in Vegas and the Rams game. I think we win and wasn't supposed to is the Titans. That was a little clusterfuck, not gonna lie. Um, I don't see us going. I don't see us going 15-2. I see us going 12-5. My 2 losses. Wait, yeah. So I think we split with everybody in our division. Um, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. That's three losses, and I think that you lose to the Titans in week 3, and I think that you lose to the Patriots in week whatever 16, 15. Now I think that every year the Las Vegas Raiders are good for a huge upset. We do it every year. I think that this year it'll be the Rams. Um, Now us losing to the Patriots, in my opinion, will kind of suck because I think that that'll affect our playoff seeding, especially that late into the year. But I will say this: I think that Patriots and the Raiders will meet again in the playoffs. So I think that we'll end up knocking them out in the playoffs. That's how I think it'll work. That's how I think it'll work. Shout out to my brother Wasted in the building, man. Let's see. Come to Seattle. That's a win. Beers on me. Shout out to Digest, man. Seattle is Seattle is leaning. I'm leaning more towards Seattle than Tennessee, and the reason why is because I just have a gut feeling that we're gonna lose in Tennessee. What's up, Wasted Killer Live with Mo the other night? Yes, facts. Yes, and if you guys don't know for whatever reason, man, please subscribe to my brother Wasted, man. He's been putting out his make or break series on certain players. That shit is dope. Obviously, like my brother Raider Digest just say, this man got Bleacher Report on his channel, man. Go check him out, man. Go show him some love. Hit that sub button, all that good stuff. Same thing with my other brothers with Hammer. He's going through some real life shit right now, getting things situated, being a boss. So still go subscribe over there. Same thing with Graf, man. Come on, man. You gotta subscribe to him. You got it. That's mandatory. That's mandatory. So please, if for whatever reason, if you guys haven't subscribed to those guys yet, do it. Please do it. And with that all being said, I had a fantastic time with you guys today. The announcement of Miss Douglas, the new Raiders team president, was a very good thing. I'm glad that the Raiders got that seat, someone in that seat now, as the president of this team, of this organization. Um, but yeah, that's about it for today. Had an hour with you guys. Now tomorrow we'll try and see. I'll come up with something to put out there for you guys. I know it's slow, but I appreciate all you guys that watch even on these times when it's kind of slow. So as always, man, I love you guys. Please have a safe night. Stay safe. And I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponents